You say you want focus. You say you want discipline, but your actions tell a different story. Because every day, you lose. Not in one big moment, not in one obvious mistake, but in small, silent decisions that no one sees. You wake up, and before your mind is even awake, your hand reaches for your phone. You scroll, you consume, you react. And just like that, you've already lost control of your day. This is how it starts. Not with failure, but with distraction. You tell yourself it's normal. Everyone does it. It's just a few minutes. But those minutes turn into hours. Those hours turn into days. And those days quietly build your life. Look at where you are right now. Be honest. How many things did you start, but never finish? How many plans did you make, but never follow? How many times did you say, "This is the day," and then did nothing? This is not a motivation problem. This is a control problem. You don't control your attention. Your attention controls you. And in a world designed to steal your focus, that is the fastest way to stay average. Because every time you give in to distraction, you are training your brain. You are teaching it. Easy is better. Comfort comes first. Hard things can wait. And your brain listens. It adapts. It becomes weaker. This is why you sit down to work and suddenly feel tired. Why you try to focus and your mind starts looking for escape. Why you want success, but your actions don't match it. Because your mind has been trained to avoid discomfort. Now listen carefully. This is where everything changes. Highly focused, disciplined men are not different because they feel more motivated. They are different because they trained their mind to obey instead of react. And they did it through habits. Simple, repeatable, brutal habits. The first habit is this. They take control of their morning. No phone, no noise, no chaos. They wake up and they decide what matters. Because if you don't control your morning, your entire day will control you. The second habit. They remove distractions before they begin. Not during, before. They don't rely on willpower. They change their environment. Phone in another room. Notifications off. Workspace clean. Because discipline is not about being strong. It's about being smart. The third habit. They do the hardest thing first. The thing they want to avoid. The thing that feels uncomfortable. They attack it early. Because once you win that battle, everything else becomes easier. The fourth habit. They stay. Even when it's boring. Even when it's slow. Even when nothing feels exciting. They stay. Because focus is not intensity. It is endurance. And most people fail because they leave too early. The fifth habit. They repeat. Every single day. Not when they feel like it. Not when they are motivated. But when they don't want to. That is the difference. Because repetition builds identity. You don't become focused in one day. You become focused by proving it. Again, and again, and again. One day you force yourself to work. The next day it feels slightly easier. After a week, you resist less. After a month, it becomes normal. And one day, you realize something powerful. You are no longer fighting yourself. You are in control. But here's the truth most people avoid. This path is uncomfortable. You will feel resistance. You will feel boredom. You will feel the urge to quit. And that is exactly why it works. Because every time you stay, you are breaking your old identity and building a new one. Now listen carefully, because this is the moment that matters. Right now, you have two choices. You can close this video and go back to your habits. Back to scrolling, back to delay, back to comfort, back to the version of you that keeps losing. Or you can take control right now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Pick one task, one thing you've been avoiding, and do it. Remove distractions, sit down, start. Even if you don't feel ready, even if your mind resists, stay with it. For 10 minutes, then 20, then more. Prove to yourself that you are in control. Because that one action is how discipline begins. And if you repeat that tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, you will not recognize your life. But it only happens if you act.
So don't wait. Start now.